Is yours hot?
Yeah, mine's hot. Mm-hmm. Mine's hot. I'm hot. Okay, here we are. Welcome to PJ Knits. Gosh.
You are?
But my name's Penny. I live in Central Illinois, and I'm a knitter, a blogger, and a YouTube podcaster.
And I'm Debbie, and I am, I don't know what I am.
Priceless something.
There we go. Oh, 24.29.
There you go, 24.29.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
But priceless just on Ravelry.
Yeah, on Ravelry.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to PJ Knits. Today is Monday, October 16th, and in Central Illinois it is 48 degrees, and we have sunshine, blue skies, and it's only going to be like 61 today, 62.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
It's not super warm today, so.
Well.
But it's a beautiful day, and with the sun shining, it's a great afternoon on the front porch for knitting. So anyway, welcome to PJ Knits, this little journal of knitting, and today Debbie is joining me as my special guest because we have stuff to talk about, and so anyway, couple of just things before we get going. Prizes for the third quarter mistletoes. If you will contact me, and this person knows how to do that, you will receive a pattern of your choice from Ravelry. And the post was number 155, which is Annetta.
Yay!
And she is the winner for the third quarter. So
cool.
Congratulations, Annetta. And then for the Queen Sandy bag from last time, from the fall version.
Oh, pretty. I like that.
Yes. So that is the fall one going out to Susan Hardiman on YouTube. And if you will contact me, excuse me, at pjknitspodcast@gmail.com with your address. Don't list it in YouTube or anywhere else. And I will get your bag out to you. She finished her first shawl, and she's planning on doing more of them.
Congrats. Good for her.
So,
congrats.
Yeah, I think that's super cool. And,
yes.
And you will love knitting and shawls. I know we have friends who say that they don't wear shawls or they don't need any more shawls, but I was going through mine. I have a lot of nice shawls, and I'm wearing them more and more.
I have shawls. I don't have a lot, but I have several. But I have a tendency to wear them more when I go to a wedding or out.
Oh, that's
for
right. You have
dinner.
nice shawls. Yeah, right.
So they're dressier. So but I'm always wearing sweaters.
Right. Yes, and I wear a lot of my sweaters too, like now and in the summer.
Right.
I think I wear them more as a warmth, like with a coat. I think I will wear them more with warmth.
Yes.
With
mine is for warmth.
Wearing them out. So if you don't wear shawls as a rule, and since I'm not working anymore, that's the other thing. I wore them a lot when I worked. We talked about that before. But I think if I think about it, going out into the winter weather, I think I'm going to pull them out more as instead of scarves, that I have worn a bit. So
sure.
Anyway, so
I do have a big oversized one. I have the yarn. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I think it's called Campfire Cozy.
Yeah.
But it's by Espace Tricot.
Yes, yeah.
And and it's a big cozy one. So I do want to do that. So.
Oh, that's right. You were looking for yarn up in Montreal for that.
And then we decided I had some in my stash.
And then some in your stash, yeah. And in January we're still going to do the HAP along. And I'll talk about all of that in the coming episodes. And I've got some patterns to share with you. I've got yarn thoughts and just haps in general.
I have that hap
and
shawl.
You have yours
that
too.
was at Denise's.
Yeah. My other one's sitting over there too.
Oh yeah.
So from Denise Bell. And speaking of Denise, if you're watching this, we're hoping that you and Chris are recuperating and taking it easy after your little accident with that damn deer. And so I hope the deer's long on its way to another place. And I mean down the road, not anywhere else. But just saying. So Denise and Chris, hope you're
wishes.
Hope you're doing much better and you can be back at normal things. I know it takes a while, but we're very happy that it wasn't more serious. So.
Yes.
Anyway, shout out to Denise as well. So finished objects. I have an almost finished And I think you're handling the finished objects portion.
I have finished objects, yes.
Go, it's all about you now.
Well, I feel so special. This is for my granddaughter, Amelia. And this is Tin Can Knits Flax Light. And I do have their app, and it's really good because you pick out the size, you pick out your weight yarn, and then it tells you needle and gauge, and then you push each step that you're at, and it keeps track, so you don't have to keep going back through the pattern. It will keep track. So if you've done the ribbing, and then you've done like where you have to divide for the body, tap the little plus, and it will hold your spot.
Okay.
And so, yeah, or it highlights, and it'll hold your spot. And then this yarn is Sister Ananse, yes. And yeah, Amelia saw this and just had to have it. And I love that it micro striped. I made a size 6 to 8. That it micro striped, and then all of a sudden it did this little bit, and I divided for the sleeves, and then it went back to micro striping. It was like just perfect.
Yeah, I like it. And it looks like just a bolt of lightning.
Oh, sure. Sure.
And not everybody likes that, but I would want that. But I thought for her, it's going to be so cute. And she's it's going to be like a tunicky on her. It's going to be so cute.
Yeah, she's very little.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
so I think, and it's so soft. This yarn,
very soft,
I love
and it's
with
nice to work with.
Yeah,
I was on a size 4 needle. It was just perfect, just great.
It has a nice. It really has a nice feel with it. You know, I'm using it in my Alpine Bloom, and you can't really tell yet, but I like working with it. But all blocked out, it is so soft.
Yes. Well, and I got to put a tag on there.
Right.
That's why my little marker's there.
And I have not used the app yet, but I've downloaded it because what I knit was not in there yet. So I'm anxious to use it, to try that on.
Now, supposedly, if you buy a pattern, it will go in there. I don't know. I have not.
Oh, okay.
I might have one because I think I just recently purchased and I have not been back in. I'm not sure. I have not checked that out. And then last time I was here, you want to hold that one up? So this is for another granddaughter, Morgan, who's the younger sister to this one. So this is the one I had started, and now it is finished. And that is a little, how do we pronounce that? Do you remember?
Sheep cheese?
Yarn? Well, the yarn is sheep cheese.
Uh-huh.
But the pattern itself.
Oh, yeah. And down the road in a day or two, in the description box below, I'll put everything that we talked about today.
Okay.
But that's so cool. And of course, look at
it's your color.
She picked a lovely color.
She went from purple to loving blue, and she's a blondie like you. And so yeah.
Well, this is the first one then.
Right. But the pattern is Erantis. So however you pronounce that. Yarny. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm so bad with pronunciation.
And there's that one with the little red. Now, are these going to be their Christmas dresses or not? I know that.
Nope, they're just to do for play dresses. No, because I'm sure my daughter will order their fancy little dresses.
That is so cute. But I just love this at the bottom here too. Such a cute little dress, and there's going to be so cute in that. So.
All right, so here's the name. No, it's blowing up.
Yeah.
It can't do it.
Okay, so it is Little Erantis. Let's call it Erantis. Erantis dress. And this is Lil Flantrice Cajole. By Knitting for Seat.
That's the name of this pattern in French, but it's by Knitting for
Is
Seat.
Is it a French one? Is it a French lady? No, it's DKK, so it's like Dutch or something like that, isn't it?
Drachmas. Yeah.
DKK. I think it's Dutch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, of the Netherlands or something like that.
But it'll all be in the show notes.
Yes,
but it's something I can't pronounce. But it's darling. You can make it in short sleeves, which I did. They made it in long sleeves. Oh, it goes from I think it was 6 months or something.
Oops. Here,
There we
let's try that. There we go. Bend down, Penny.
Yeah.
The long sleeves. It's cute.
It goes up to like size 8. It's easy peasy, top down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier.
And the sheep geese this is a cotton yarn.
It is
right?
It says it's an organic cotton.
Okay.
And I got it at our local yarn shop, Fiber Universe.
She started carrying the sheep geese, some of the sheep geese yarn.
Yep, and it's very
wonderful.
nice. It's lovely. It's very soft.
Mm-hmm.
Now this I did knit on a size 2 needle.
Yeah. How long did it take you with your 2 needle?
A month. I mean,
you are a really monogamous knitter, which I am starting to kind of be that.
Okay.
As it will be obvious here.
And I haven't been lately, as you will see.
And do you have another finished?
I do have another finished object. This one was a free pattern, and then the hat one's behind it.
Okay.
So, my daughter, which one you got? Okay.
This is the sweater. This is Baby Blossom Chunky Hayfield Easy Knit.
Uh-huh. And then it was a free pattern on Ravelry. And then she just, a friend of my daughter's, a high school friend, had a baby 6 weeks ago. So I made 3 to 6 months. And then to bring in another book, this new book that's out.
Mm-hmm. Laine Publishing.
I did just a little bit of embroidery.
We'll do this.
Uh-huh.
Do that. And that is so cool. Okay.
And then I just did a little bit of embroidery on that. And now
so cute.
on my way home today, I got to go buy buttons. I thought I had some. I do not.
That is so cute.
And so... and then I made this little hat.
This is adorable.
It is. It's darling. And then there's the pattern for the little hat. And the yarn was in my stash. Woo!
Yay!
Cascade 128. And so it's a chunky weight yarn. So, and I gotta go home and put a pom-pom. I forgot.
You're gonna put a pom-pom on it.
Yeah, I got pom-poms. I'll put a pom-pom on it. But, so I made that for her. So I was doing these. We went on the Bourbon Trail. So I did those while driving in the car in the Bourbon Trail. Now this one is for my great niece, one of the twins. So it's a little girl.
Oh, that's so cute.
Looks like flowers, kind of.
Yes.
And that's the 60 Quick Baby Knits it's out of. It's Flower Bloom, I think, is the name of the pattern. I thought I had.
It's a Cascade book, and we have a collection of
Flower
these.
Child, yes.
Yeah, Flower Child. We have a collection of those books from all the babies back in the day, and
yes,
some great patterns in there. I have several too, and I have a lot of the blanket ones, and I use them for hospice.
And I have
well,
2 of the
right?
blanket ones, and then like 3 of these or something.
So,
and now since the other twin is a boy, I haven't started it, but I am going to do the railroad hat that happens to be out of this 60 Quick Knit book. And it is just, I've made it before, but it's just darling. I thought, well, he needed something fancy also.
That is so cute, yes.
So that is what I'm going to do. And actually, this blue and white yarn I don't have to do anything. It's already there, It stripes blue and white.
Oh, that's just adorable.
So that I also did while this was on the way to my mother-in-law to Kansas City for her 90th birthday party. So I had multiple things going.
Yeah.
Those are all the finished objects. Okay. So at least I finished them.
You did well.
I did do well. I did.
This book that's back out, I mean, I've seen a lot of, people were doing a lot of embroidery a couple of years ago. And so finally, kudos to Laine Publishing. They're getting some really, not just their magazines, but their books.
Yes.
That I will pay for.
Yes, I don't buy the hardbound books that often, but it's really got some great pictures. I think further back is where sweaters and pictures are of all the designs, and I tried doing it, and I wasn't thinking. I tried doing it with
they put it on.
my DMC floss, 6 strands, but it wasn't thick enough.
Right.
So I took it out and did it with chunky weight yarn or Aran weight, and it worked out great. You know, and it just needed a little something, I thought.
And it was just. And how long would you say that it took you to do that little bit of embroidery on there?
I did it this morning. It took me about an hour. I did it this morning. And they suggest that you either use water soluble, which is kind of like plastic, but if you get it wet, it just melts right off, which I would do the next time. I used lightweight stabilizer, which people do for embroidery machines and stuff, which I used to have. But anyway, so I used that. I used the lightweight, and it's fine, but you just have to pull it out.
And see, I was thinking the premise behind it was freehand, like, you know, okay.
Oh, no.
Not, you know, which is so much better, because I'm thinking that I'm not freehand in anything. No, I barely can write my signature.
No, what they have you do, see, these are like all the patterns that are in this book.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, front,
so they're all
front
there.
and back. And then they tell you to trace them. You know, you can use, and I would either do the stabilizer or I would do the water-soluble stuff, which probably is easier. But you just have to re-wet it. See, I would have had to let that dry.
Right. Yeah.
But if the pattern's big or small, if you cannot find like a light box, or, you know, if you don't have one, tape your stabilizer or your water soluble up on the window, you know, with this, like painter's tape, so it'll come off and won't run.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can trace it. And then they suggest that you have a hoop. Well, this was so small, I didn't have a hoop.
Okay.
Small enough. But I just pinned it. You can pin it, and it worked great.
Sure.
You can use a hoop and do it, and, you know, then you just sit there and border it, and you either pull out the stabilizer or you melt the...
Well, and I think, too, now see, again, I didn't look at the book at all up close, but I was thinking to myself, as normally when you have some sort of book, you have to try and trace it on the book, from the book.
Yes. And
so that having that all in the back in a little pocket, I mean, that's smart.
Yes.
So smart.
And I'm not sure, and I got it from Fiber Universe, our local knit shop.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, I might have heard incorrectly. I thought she said that I could, there was some sort of a code or something I could go...
Could be. You have to
online
look into that
and put it in my Ravelry so you could print out what page you wanted.
Smart. Well, I wish they would do that for everything. I understand that it's difficult to do because you have people who will steal a code, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
And not pay the money for the magazine or whatever. And so I get it, but some, you know, it would be nice if there was some sort of code or some sort of way of proving that you bought the book by, you know, a unique number.
I don't know. You scan receipts to do everything else. I don't know why you couldn't scan a receipt, because that would prove you paid for it.
Yeah, I wish that was done more often, because it's so hard. Like the one I'm working on now, you know, I took a picture of the pattern and I couldn't get it to blow up all the way, so it's teeny tiny, and I'm like, okay, I got to remember some things on that, but.
Yeah,
that's so cool. So I see possibilities.
I just wanted to do just a little. I needed something, and I wanted to just try it. And definitely, I would do the water solid. I would probably do it before I blocked it, because I blocked this and then
decide. Okay, all right.
But maybe not. It just depends what you're doing. Sure,
that's cool.
Because I don't know what will happen.
That's kind of neat. I know that Noelle has her. Friend of friend Shug, she did some embroidery work on, and I've seen a lot of people doing embroidery work on some. And so in that plain stockinette, and I have several shrugs that are like that, are plain stockinette, but that'd be fun just to kind of dress it up a little bit for the season or whatever. Would it be fun for snowflakes on a shrug?
Oh yeah, that would be very
Christmas
fun.
Or something like that.
That would be fun.
Anyway.
Yep.
Is that all of your finished objects?
That is all my finished objects.
Well, I have an almost finished object.
Oh, yay!
And it was funny because I was telling my daughter-in-law about this weekend, and she said, yeah, is that kind of like one of those things that you just, the fun is in the knitting and not in the finishing? And I said, yes. And I think that is why I don't like necessarily putting knitting things in pieces, because they sit there. I have sweaters that sit forever and never get sewn together.
And I have told her for years, just give them to me, I'll do it, because I do that when I'm watching TV. I had to do this purple one in all pieces. And
well, and I think the reason is, again, I'm not good at it, and the reason I'm not good at it is because I don't do it enough.
You avoid doing it.
I avoid doing it because I want to knit the sweater, sew up a small little seam, and be wearing it. So, anyway, for my grandson, my
that
youngest
darling,
grandson,
I've made
Gramps.
this. It's so cute.
And so it is nowhere near. It's still in the state that it was
That's a better picture.
last week, but I'm going to get to it this week.
Oh my gosh, how cute is that?
And I put the pockets on it. The
Oh,
pockets
good.
have to be sewn down and all that, so it's a twofer here. Okay. So,
Wait.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look how cute that will be. I love the tweed.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, it's very soft. What yarn is
This
Is
is
this Plymouth or is this Queensland?
This is a Plymouth yarn. It's Homestead Tweed.
Yes. It's very, very cute.
So and the thing is, then I've got buttons. These are the buttons that are going to go on it.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that.
And then our friend Becky gave these to us, and I think I'm going to put a little link
I'm going to do that on the hat.
on the bottom of the thing. You know what I mean? This is by Fox and Pine Stitches. So I just think that'd be so cute, and just put a little, just at the little tag at the bottom.
Perfect. Perfect.
But that is to be
Darling.
finished at some point in time. Now, the thing is, was on its second. I knit this so far, and I took it over to him to try on. He was having none of that. I took out my tape measure. I tried to tape measure him. He was having none of that. There was none of that. And a 2-year-old was
I
like,
was going
no.
to say, he's 2. He doesn't want no, leave me alone, people.
No, yeah, it was a no. So what we've done before is
Yeah,
I went
measure
out.
shirts.
I went out and I bought
Oh, cute.
a
That goes with
4T.
the cute.
Yes, a 4T. Then I knew how long to make it, and I used how long the sleeves, and so I use this as my measurements. And I think from now on, and if you want to do a secret gift for a baby or a child,
Also.
go out and buy a shirt. Or
do you like Debbie?
Or the Debbie method.
Debbie's method is you run into Target, you know their size, you run into Target, you measure the chest, you measure the sleeve, you measure the length, done.
Well, and I thought this would be a cute little shirt underneath it because it goes with the blue as well. But
yeah, it'll be darling.
it is out of Homestead Tweed, out of, let's see, this was like Colonial Blue and Bark, I believe.
Well, the bark sounds familiar.
Yes. And I did it on with a size 8 needle, and it was quick. It was quick. Just a few weeks that I knit on it. So, I have to measure. I have not blocked it yet either, but I did some to fit a 4T.
I don't think you'll have to do much. Is he wearing a 4 or is he wearing a 3?
He's wearing a 3, but it's almost. He's almost into the 4, so he'll be able to wear this.
Right.
And I don't know how much he's going to wear that sweater anyway, because but he might. I will get pictures.
I was going to say, if they are not, I used to, no matter what my kids got from clothes, from my parents, my in-laws, the great aunts who never had children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, right.
They sent, I made sure that my children put it on, had a picture, and it was sent to whoever.
Yeah.
Sometimes they kept wearing it till it died, and sometimes we never saw it again.
Exactly. And that is my thought as well. Tell me thank you, put it on the child, take their picture, and if they never wear it again, I won't know that, but at least send me the picture and show that at least they had it on them at one time. So much better.
Exactly.
But I think on this one I had leftovers, and I maybe 2 skeins of each. The yarn is wool Donegal. 90% wool, 10% Donegal, and it is a hand wash, lay flat to dry. So when it needs to be washed, it can come back and I'll do it. But I have to remember to tell them that. And it was more about I should have done a washable yarn, but it was more about the look.
It was the color.
It was the color,
and the look.
Yeah.
I get it. You just do it, and either you tell them that or you say, "Give it back."
Yeah.
Yes.
And a size 7 needles, and like I said, from the 27th of September to the 11th.
Oh, that's only like
so
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, and it'll probably take me a month to get it.
Just hand it over. I'll sew on buttons. I'll sew the pocket.
I'll get that going soon.
Why don't you bring that when we knit as a groupie?
Because that's not any fun. I want to knit. So I will get to it. I blame it on the cloudy weather that I couldn't do it because it was too cloudy. But today's a good day. But
and I get that. You have to have light for some of these things.
Yeah.
Something I'm working on. Yeah. You got to have
brown
light.
And stitching it down. I want to make sure it's just right.
Yeah.
And then the buttons. So it's the finishing that I dislike. I love the knitting of everything. So that's my almost finished object. So whips. Do you have anything that you're knitting on in progress?
I do actually. Now me, Miss Monogamous, not so monogamous.
We are doing a reversal of roles here.
Yes, and don't ask me why.
Oh, cool.
So last time I think I showed this pattern. So the yoke is now done, and I've divided for the sleeves only by a few rows. So now I can take this with me and knit on it.
Yes.
And then the sleeves are just plain. So this is, it will be feather gray, so it kind of shows up a little creamish.
Yeah, it looks kind of beigey, but a grayish, but a light
gray. But see, this is like what's in the yoke. This is the creamy that's in the yoke. And see, there's not much difference between the feather gray. And
this is Cascade 220 Erin.
Yes.
And where did you get this?
All right, I ordered it from, it's Superwash, 220 Superwash.
And I'm telling you,
it's wonderful.
It's scrumptious.
It really is. And it's on a size, I don't know, I think I'm on a size 10 needle or 10 and a half. It's lovely. And the pattern is Cascade. I got it from Wool and Company. I had no Erin weight in my stash. And I got it from Wool and Company. Now, the thing is, they were quick. They gave me a discount because I had ordered enough to have a discount. Or I guess because I signed up for emails or something. I don't remember why.
Yeah, because they don't do a discount. They do free shipping.
Yeah, free shipping, which was great. They even did free winding. But I have to tell you, I had some skeins that were the skeins from hell. Whoever wound it, I'm sorry to say.
So this didn't come in a ball like the 220 did. It came in a hank or a skein.
It came in a hank and a skein, and they wound it for me.
Okay.
And this one has got stuff, but this...
That's usually what I have, things that flop out of the bottom.
This purple was rewound. It was a skein from hell.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And I was so mad because it's one of the first things you use,
couple of first,
and I was so mad. And it was not just, I thought, okay, it's just one skein. Oh, no. I had 3 skeins that were not good. So I was irritated. And this, I had to rewind with my hand winder. I couldn't even put it on the electric winder.
Do you
and it
think
was not good.
That is because I'm just surmising that they also have an electric winder? Because I've had a couple that have been electric wound other places.
Yes, I know.
And they've been funky. And I'm wondering if it's because they walk away.
And it could be. I never walk away from mine. And when I do heavier yarns, well, I'm watching it anyway.
Right.
But I never walk away from it, and I slow it down for the heavier, so that it's not. And the mohair is very particular.
Yeah, sure.
And I go very slow with the mohair. So I know, I feel you should not give this to a customer that way.
No, I agree. because like I said, this is something that happens to me if I'm winding on mine upstairs and I have these things, a couple of them that comes out of the bottom. For some reason, all of a sudden there's like this thing.
There's like a loop or something.
Yeah, I'm like, well, how did that happen? You didn't go anywhere. You were sitting there. But and I think they put it on there. I think they put it on fast, walk away from it.
I do too.
And you get that.
And there were a lot of skeins, granted, because this is a short sleeve and I'm making it long.
Sure,
But,
sure.
wow. It irritated me.
Yeah.
It really did. It's
Yeah.
just irritated me. Okay, so that is one thing I'm working on. Oh, I didn't bring my storm sweater because I thought it was in there.
Oh no!
So I have another one. You saw it's Petiteknit. It's the storm sweater. It's brown. It's in the gingerbread and cinnamon that Penny gave me. And
I wanted to match it up. Double damn.
Yeah. She said, not me, Sherry. So anyway, I thought I had that doggone.
Oh, doggone it.
Doggone.
Well, when you get it done, you'll come back and
back.
We'll do a thing.
Oh,
again.
maybe I did that on purpose so I could come back.
Yeah, you come back and wear it, and we'll do a finished object on it. Yeah.
But that one is, I have to work on that when it's brighter light. It's
yeah, sure, no.
Yeah,
it's
not,
super cool yarn.
It is, and I can't take it out knitting in front of the girls because it's all textured pattern.
Yeah, it's very gansy.
Yeah,
it's a
gansy by the time I'm done.
It's a gansy.
And I love it. And speaking of Petiteknit, she came out with another one, a color work one that I really like. And I'm thinking, I might have to do that one now.
Yeah. So that's all your whips that you have? Then?
I have that. Oh, yeah, and some little baby sock I started.
Okay.
See, on one of my trips,
Yeah.
I've been traveling. So it's a little baby sock, somebody I know who, daughter that I taught in preschool is having her first baby.
Let's take that closer. You're using your flexi flips on it, right?
I am using my flexi flips, which I like. Some people do not. So it's kind of double pointed, but it's not. It's got this nice little flexi in it.
For a little baby sock. Nice.
And it's Addie, aren't they? No, Schoolhouse. Well, that is. Yeah. And anywho.
Schoolhouse, I think.
Yeah. And I really like them. They're good for hats. If you're a double pointed person, Penny, and don't want to do like magic loop or just the short little rounds, which I also like and own, the flexi flips are a good thing to do. It still goes quick.
Yeah, that's a kind of cool thing.
Yeah, I'm at the heel flap, so.
Oh, it's a little baby thing.
It is yeah, it's only going to be so big. Okay. But I think that is all my whippy doodles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have one whip. I shouldn't say I don't have one whip. I have multiple whips, but this is the one that I've been working on recently. And now I have to go back to my color shift cowl because I need the 9s that it's on. So I have to go back to color shift. But
do you need to borrow some of mine?
No. I'll get to that point. The Laine came out autumn 2023. We've all been waiting for this, and of course the Melissa Clulow, the turtle dove cardigan.
Yeah, I want to do that turtle dove cardigan. I think I own yarn. Oh, I think this. Yeah, we got that coming. I think.
So I cast mine on. And finally got to the split last night.
Oh, goody. Ooh, look at
that
color.
This is that Cantata.
Oh, I love it.
That we bought at Mass Avenue. It's a Plymouth. No, it is a Cascade yarn.
Yes. Yes. And it was on Bargain City. I need to tell you.
Yes. I got it for $5 a skein.
Normally 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's kind of a...
Your little ladybug came off.
Oops.
I'll pick it up. Go ahead, you chat.
It's a blown type yarn, but much more reasonable. And the thing that I will say about this is that it's when I had all these stitches on here, it kind of gives my hands a little fit after a while because it's a little slickery on the needle and pushing and shoving in that. But now that I'm on a lot less stitches, then I will be. It's not going to be so bad.
No, look how pretty that is.
And now it's just back and forth all the way down.
Oh, yeah, love it.
And then the sleeves. And I'm going to go to a 9 now that I've split because I want a little bit larger. The pattern for Turtle Dove, it is the ease is 12 to 14.
I never
And
do that.
I did
That's
not
too
want
big.
that. And so I'm aiming for about a 47 and 7/3
But,
is what the finished measurement would be for that second size. And that's why I'm going to a 9, because I want it just a little bit looser, but I don't want all that. I want something that I can wear.
what size is this? A 10?
That's an 8.
Oh, an
And
8.
I'm going to go to a 9.
Okay,
Just to get
got
a
it.
little bit more
Sure.
in my, because of the hip and all of that.
Right.
So,
Right.
but yeah, turtle dove, and I'm savoring my Laine magazines because and I know they're not everybody's thing, but I read them, and so I'm just kind of savoring the magazine in itself.
Yeah. Now, does this have deep armhole?
Yes, it does
Yeah,
have a deep,
I'd have to.
kind of a deep armhole.
Yeah, I'd want to lessen that a little bit, but
Yeah,
that's
you can
just
see
me.
where it comes down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And goes, but I think it'll be okay because I really just want something comfy and cozy. It's not,
Right.
that I want something I can throw on here at the house or
Right.
run down to the shop or when I go over to see the kids when it's a little bit chillier in their basement at night.
Mm-hmm.
So that's,
Yeah. Oh no, I love it. Love the color. This is great.
Anyway,
Perfect. And very reasonably priced.
it was very much. And now I'm getting it on my session and
And out of your.
I think I might have some left over when I'm all done, but
It'd make whatever's left makes a great baby.
a baby blanket or hospice blanket. Kathy is using hers for that.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And so, or I can do a giveaway type thing. So
Yep.
that's my other one. My Friday tee, I haven't been working on because I put that in my mind now that I'm going to save that for the first of the year. And when I go to Florida, I'm going to knit on it down in Florida.
It is your spring.
Yeah,
And
it's
see,
a spring.
that's what I'm going to do with my linen quill that I showed last time, the pink and orange.
Yeah.
I will do mine. That
Yeah.
will be my Florida when we travel. That's what I will take with me to work on because to me that's more spring than now.
Yeah, and with that, I think I'm going to make it 3/4 sleeves. And I'm thinking the whole time I'm in Florida, that will not be done. You know what I mean? There's a lot of work to that. So I pushed that into the spring because it's really springy colors. And
It
so,
is. It is.
And I have something in progress for that. So I've kind of put that
Cool.
to the side. So what are we wearing? What are you
Oh.
wearing?
I am wearing the Anker tee by Petiteknit, right?
Anker
Yeah.
cardigan.
I mean Anker cardigan.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anker cardigan.
Buttons up.
It does button up.
Yeah.
You'd never know it. And I made mine bracelet length.
Mhm.
I like to look
That's
at my
nice.
watch and I always layer mine.
Right.
So I want to see. And I did it out of that dyer that's up at Betsy's shop. Dyer full.
Direful yarns, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dyer full
From
yarn.
Elgin Knitworks.
Yes. Yes.
Mini meetup a year ago.
Yeah, not 2022.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I bought it at the mini meetup then, and it is so
It's nice.
comfy.
And she's not dying anymore, which is too bad.
no,
That's what I
right.
hear.
I don't know if Betsy has anything left.
Yeah.
You would know. You went this year.
I didn't pay any attention to that.
But I love the cardigan. It's roomy enough. I make the smallest size. She always has good ease.
Yeah, right.
On her patterns. There's definitely a lot of ease on it. And it was a DK weight yarn, size 6 needle, and once you pass this point, it's easy.
It's
peasy.
the back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love it. So very comfy, cozy.
Was that button band worked into it as you went, or did you have to put that on afterwards?
No, button band was done as I went.
Good.
Everything was done as I went.
Okay. That's great.
And for me to keep track, because I did take this down to knit with you girls.
Right. Yes.
And so I put markers so that I knew
You
when
were
I
to
hit
do-
that button band,
That
I'd
you
have
had
to do the
something.
rib thing.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's
I made
cool.
sure
That's
I
cool.
knew that. Yeah.
I love that Anker, and I'll talk about that. The tea. I
Yeah,
talk
you have
more
the-
about that down the road, but I like it, and my thought is to make that for winter. We'll show something, and do a long sleeve with another yarn.
Yeah.
Because I love mine. I love wearing it, but I
do
think
too.
I would love it in a long sleeve, bracelet length or whatever for the winter. a little out of a wool heavier yarn, get
Yes.
more use out of it. And
Yes.
it just it fits good. It looks good on a lot of people. So.
I've seen it on several people, and it looks good on however it's short, tall, larger size, small size. It looks good on everybody.
And wasn't a difficult pattern. I mean, for somebody who's maybe an intermediate knitter or wants to start on a sweater, there's a lot of this in the beginning, but that's in keeping with the pattern and getting used to patterning as well, and increases and stuff like that. I think it's a good transition for people who want to go into some sweater knitting,
Right?
Whether if it's not the cardigan, if the tee,
right?
Too.
Right.
Or the baby. She has all the Anker in all sizes. It has children's sizes.
Oh, that's
as well.
true. So if you have a child or a grandchild and you just want to try the pattern, then it would be good to go ahead and do the little bitty size.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then I'm wearing the Comfort Fade Cardi by Andrea Mowry. I knit this in early winter of 2022. And it's, again, it was a fun knit. And it did not take me long, but I was doing a lot of knitting back there in that time frame. And kind of reverse stockinette. The yarns in it is Legacy Fiber Arts DK in Aquanet, Sea Glass, and Kirk. And then the other one is Cake Wool, because it went with it. I think it's down here.
Yeah, it was your last one.
It was my last one.
Because you had something else and you didn't
I
like
had
it.
cream, and I had a thing that was called Sprout, which was a yellow and a green, and it was like, so.
Yeah, you didn't
This
like
was
that
the
one.
hardest part, trying to figure out what colorway to do in the end. And I went to my stash I had gotten during COVID. I had got from Cake Wool, and I did their Cake Wool dough in plumage. And so I love knitting on this. At that point in my life, there was a lot of knitting upstairs at night, and so it was a fun knit to watch. That fade progress. I really enjoyed it. And a lot of people don't like doing the whole collar thing, but again, there was something calming about doing that, because it was a lot of.
But you had to go back and pick it up, right?
Yes.
And then you short rode.
Yeah. And so it was fun. It was very calming, to just relax in the garter.
Yeah.
And I do love wearing it. It's going to be a sweater I'm going to wear a lot in the house.
Sure.
And this winter, but on a size 6 needles, and altogether it took, it was like just shy of 1,800 yards, probably 1,775, but it was fun. And again, it didn't take me all that long to do, but it was a fun knit. So if you're looking something to do out of your stash, if you have DK, I did not have DK.
And that's what I do have.
Yeah.
And that and fingering. I don't have the heavier thing. I might have a skein here and there that I got for hats for some kids. I got lots of nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews and
So I went looking and all I know the yarns were all bought during COVID, that type of thing. That's what we were doing. So I still have partial skeins of some of this left over, maybe even a skein or two, and I might use for something else. But anyway, so that's what I'm wearing. So we have a little mail call going on. Before we do that one, I'll start with this. This is from Schoolhouse Press Wool Gathering in March and September. Meg always does a wool gathering, and her sweater, or the pattern this for September, was called the Saffron Shawl Collared Cardigan and Cap. And you can get these on their website too. And if you look at this finished one, I had to have the color that it was in, which is a yellow WO, because you can see that it has some white in it. There's a little white thread. And this is a woolly yarn. This is not a cozy and soft yarn.
No, but it doesn't feel as scratchy as a lot of woolly yarns do, to me.
And it will soften up a little bit in blocking. The yarn is Regal Heritage, and
Briggs and Little.
It's Briggs and Little out of Canada, and I've used their yarns, the heavier yarn, before, because Schoolhouse Press is mainly known for their woolly yarns, and Regal and they were carrying Barocco alpaca at one time. They do unspun Icelandic Plutelope yarn there too.
Mm-hmm,
And that's what they're known for, have been since Elizabeth started the whole thing, was the woolly wools. So if you're looking for woolly wools, and they do Jameson's, you know, and which is great for a hat that I think I'm, you know, for the future.
Oh yeah, or a baby shawl. My girlfriend
yes.
Chris did baby
shawls
out of that
yeah.
Jameson.
And you know, they have all weights. So they're my go-to for right now for woolly wools for the most part, because I like to support Meg and Schoolhouse Press. But when I saw this, I had to have the yarn that it was knit out
So
of.
you got enough yarn to do the cardigan?
Yep, I'm going to do the cardigan.
Okay.
And again, it has that collar, much like I'm wearing now.
Yes.
And so it's going to be very, very warm.
You're going to have leftover to do the hat?
I don't know. I bought it.
Outfit.
I always buy sufficient, you know, and I've already done my gauge swatch. So that may be something to cast on soon.
You might have to if you have leftover.
Yeah.
It'd be cute.
So,
little
anyway,
outfit.
That's the one there. So, and then we did an order to Wool Warehouse out of UK.
Yes, we did. Did we need it? No.
No, but I have been wanting to get drops.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Drops.
Right.
I've been wanting to get drops. I've been wanting to get some mohairs. I've been wanting to get some drops. And it was on sale.
Yes.
And you had in a couple of days knew what you wanted. Me, I had so many things in the cart. Onesies and a mohair to go, because I follow them on Instagram and the colors. I'm like, I'm doing that color. And then finally it was like, no, stop.
Well, I should have stopped.
You can come back to that at another point in time. So I kind of sort of stopped. And so you can opt out, but I opted in to have the mesh bags. So this is my mesh bag.
All right.
And
this is my mesh bag. But there's plans for it.
There is plans. And my plan, I bought just the mohair, just enough. This is the Drops Kids Silk Unicolor Mohair. Okay. And this is like a caramel.
It is a caramel color. It's gorgeous.
Now my thought
A
is
cappuccino color.
Yeah, that I will put this with something.
Oh yeah.
A holst yarn.
Oh yeah. Oh, should I say the cinnamon one that we're sharing?
I'm thinking about. That's why I thought that at some point.
Yeah, that's why she wants me to hurry up and get that done.
I am a long way from being ready, but I just. So
it'll
that's
be very
what I got.
It'll be very nice with that. Okay. It really will, and it'll really change.
Yeah.
Yours and mine.
Yes.
Because mine's
matching. It's going to stay.
And yours will.
It's going to lighten up. And I'm really into, and I have been for a while, those colors as obvious by that yellow and this that complement.
Yeah, you can wear
that.
I can't do that.
I have been a long time fan of that. I'm not getting away from teal, but in the winter time, and I'm loving those colors that are kind of the bronzy, the yellows that goes with the blonde hair. So. Yeah. And I don't know what it's going to be yet.
Which sweater?
Some sort of sweater. That's You're
going to have to go with whatever your gauge swatch is for those two together.
Yeah, I'll have to play around with it. And then I bought this one. This is the silvery, right?
Yeah, that's pretty.
And I have
it's a light gray.
And I'm kind of torn. When I said an anchor,
heathery light gray.
You know what I mean? With an anchor with this and something
the cardigan,
else. Or an anchor with this. I have some upstairs, a couple of buns, and those are for future episodes. A Pullover. That is in, and I have a lot of yardage. There will be yardage to give away when I'm done. But I think
I'd
about.
Like to see the Pullover.
We'll go upstairs and look.
Yeah.
I'm going to put. I think I want to put this together with the Pullover. And the Pullover is a hairier, unspun Icelandic. Is a hairier because it's like a pencil roving. So this will fluff it up a little bit. I tried. I have a swatch of Cumulus with Pullover, this with Pullover by itself, Pullover with whatever. And I'm thinking about doing, I have it's called Snowy Forest. And so I'm torn about putting this with the Plutelope for the snowy forest, or just doing the Plutelope snowy forest and then coming back and doing this with something else. Again, something that's comfy, cozy. So
Sure.
I have no idea where I'm going to go with
Okay,
these
now
yet.
I have another idea. If you take the cinnamon
If they look good
holes, yeah, and do this. If there's leftovers of this with that to make the hat down there would be just darling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I've caused trouble. There we go. It is pretty. I mean, it's pretty.
My brain is going like, why couldn't I do that with that and soften that up?
Soften this up?
Yeah, with this. And do the saffron.
Well, sure, why not? Sure. You do what you want, but it's just a thought in my head. I saw that out of the corner of my eye and went, oh, this would be real cute together.
Totally, wouldn't it? So that's all I came away with. That's all I came away with.
Well, except that we're not mentioning this one yet.
Well, what? We can do whenever we want to.
So I got, what was I going to do with this?
No. This was going to be by itself. This was going to go with what you got that Victoria gave you.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And when these came, I'm like, OMG.
Okay, so I got, isn't this a gorgeous electric blue?
It is so royalish.
It's kid silk. It's just gorgeous. But a friend of mine, Victoria, gave me some Madeline Tosh, DK weight. It's a little deeper than this. But I am going to make a sweater with it, a pullover, but I don't remember which pattern it was. Do we remember what pattern it was?
I am dying for a royal blue with this in a cardigan with some bright and shiny buttons.
Oh, sure.
Some, diamond-like,
yes.
Or not real bright and shiny, but I can see this in a cardigan, just a simple cardigan with buttons as well. Just saying, that's where my brain had been going. I'm like, that royal is
well,
stunning.
But the only problem is I have a navy that I want to do color work. That's Molly Klein, and she had a package where they all went together.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Went with the navy, and I don't know if it was called Navy Pure or whatever, but I bought that specifically to do some color work, Yoke cardigan. That was, but I could change that to a pullover and do this. But anyway, so I have to see how many yards I have. But I don't have a navy sweater, and that's why I got this to mix with that.
Oh, that's smart.
And so
It is
so I'm
gorgeous.
not sure what pattern I'm going to do, but
It's beautiful, and when it came, I'm like, that I totally was something I wouldn't mind doing.
and then I've got this. Oh,
And what's this? This is called Paris.
yes, this is Paris drops, and I was gonna see now. I've got it at home, but I don't know. But I got enough of these to do.
There's a lot of them there.
It's to do the turtle dove.
Oh, okay.
Cardigan.
Okay.
That's what this is. This is to do. I'm pretty sure the turtle dove cardigan.
And what's the makeup of that? Because it seems like it's cotton or something like that. It felt like it was something. Do we know?
It
Right here.
is.
Cotton.
Yeah, it's 100% cotton. But that's what this is.
It's a good hefty weight.
I'm certain that that's what this is for. And then I bought more of this baby merino.
Yeah, baby merino.
And of course, this was for the twins. So this is going to be a little girl cardigan and then a little boy cardigan. And I only needed 2 or 3, You've
used this before, right?
Yes, and my girlfriend Chris in Indiana used it and gave me her white that's left over.
It's 100% wool.
It does not feel like wool
But
at
it's
all.
But it's a super wash too.
It is a
extra
super
fine
wash.
merino wool.
Yes, needle size. And there's 191 yards on it. It's a 3 millimeter, so basically like a 4 needle. was my thought.
And the thing about it, with everything that we got, Debbie, here, and I cannot remember, we got a lot of yarn, plus shipping, and it was less than $200, I want to say.
Well, everything I bought, basically, was like $3 a skein. Because it was on sale.
And it was selected ones on sale.
Yeah.
The kids' silk was on sale, and then these were on sale. And I, Wool Warehouse, it took a couple of weeks to get it. And I will say this, I did not do the trackable shipping because I didn't want to spend $30-some on shipping.
Oh, yeah.
And it came in 2 bags, and one bag came on Monday, and the other bag didn't show up. And it finally, and I even called the post office, and there was another issue or whatever, and he said, well, we'll let your carrier know that you're looking for another one. It may be on back order. And I'm like, no, it's not on back order. I see that it's all shipped. And then it came like on Friday or Saturday. So it was a few days that came behind it. And I was like, should I have tracked it? But I'm like, I've never had anything go.
Not yarn-wise. I've never had anything lost. Yeah. And we know other people who have ordered, and people in Canada who have ordered, and nobody's had any problems.
So they have very, very reasonable, even on a good day, reasonable prices on Drops yarn. And a fun way to get it, because we don't really have any mechanism to order it here in the States. So,
no. And if you're going to order at the prices we paid, I mean, I had some of this, like I said, that was $3. I can get a sweater. For
and
like,
good yarn.
Good yarn, and pay like $20. So if I pay $20 to make myself a sweater, or $30, what am I losing?
Why not?
It's cheap. It's cheaper than the store. But I did get this. It's like, it's Penny's color. It's turquoise. She thinks it's for her, but it's not.
I have a birthday coming up. No.
She does. She does. I almost brought it with me today.
But it's a ways away.
It didn't matter. I saw it and I thought, oh, I should let her open it. But anyway, this is alpaca. I do not have any
very soft.
Very soft. And I will probably, I don't know if I'll mix this with something or not. We'll see what a gauge I get with it. But I just thought the color looked beautiful, and I wanted an alpaca sweater, and I know if one of the granddaughters touches it, that's it, it's gone.
I think if your granddaughters see any of this, and they're going to go over the moon.
Yeah, those grandkids
so don't
love
be showing it to them.
But anyway, so this will be a sweater also. Which one, I don't know yet. It's whatever floats my boat. But I thought, we're ordering, I'm buying, and that's it. I hadn't bought anything for so long. Everything was in my stash. And then all of a sudden, I've gone wild.
Well, I follow Drops on Instagram. And there for a while, they were showing color combos like this light yellow and this pink in a mohair and another yarn. It was a new one. And so I was going to try some of the colors, and I'm like, no, just stop. Do that later. I have enough.
Oh, we'll do something another
But they
time.
were just, I love following them on Instagram because they show colorways that this mohair would go with this, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, hello. And the blue that I'm going to use is this blue, or a little more towards this. I'm not sure, but together, this is great.
This is going to be fantastic with this.
Yeah.
And this is so soft. And, I just can't wait to try it out. I've not tried this mohair out. And I can't wait. I just can't wait to try that out.
Me too. I just, we'll have to come up with something real fast. Yeah. But that's, so then, we got yarn, to do a giveaway.
We're going to do a giveaway.
Yes, this is the Baby Merino Drops Baby Merino. So we've got this beautiful red that will look good on almost anybody.
And we're kind of doing this because I'm over 700 subscribers. I noticed on a video last night, several back, I can't remember, but I had 1,100 views on it, and I was like, holy cow. And so we're doing this kind of a lot of things. We're doing it as a celebration of that. Also that that you all keep coming back, and we're doing sweaters. I'm doing sweaters right now, a lot of sweaters because it is sweater season and all the winter sweaters. And so we're wearing transitional sweaters now, but I'm working on my winter sweaters. And winter sweaters can go well here in Illinois, well into April-ish.
Right, right.
So I am working on a lot of my winter sweaters. So we're going to give this away along with a Queen Sandy bag.
Woohoo!
And we will do that on the next podcast. And all you need to do, we're going to put this in the baggie. And I have a little stitch marker from my local yarn shop we're going to pop in there. One of the Fiber Universe, the Illinois Fiber Universe ones. So if you will comment below, and what you need to say in your comment is just tell us about sweaters that you are knitting for the winter season, or that you would like to knit for the winter season. Or if you have suggestions for sweaters that we should use with our yarn.
Oh, that would be nice if you had suggestions about what to use
what
our
to
yarn.
use.
Yes, that would be lovely.
I've been a little bit all over the place with that silvery, what I want to do with it. It's kind of like birthday money. You know, you get it and you spend it, 5-6 times when it really should have been only once. But that's where I'm at. So I love suggestions of things to do. I'm thinking my silver will go with a Pluto just because that's why I kind of bought them together.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. But comment below, if you will, talk about sweaters. And in the next podcast-ish, we'll draw a name from there and give away the yarn and the bag.
And the bag. And a marker.
And a marker. And the little llamas in their winter sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Yeah. Terrific.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all you got. So anyway. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What's nothing in your baggie down there? No. Okay. All right. All right.
Now.
That's all right. You don't have to show up next time. Thanks for coming and being with. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, probably towards Halloween-ish. Who knows? One never knows.
If I come in costume, do I get trick or treat?
Yeah. You know what I buy? I go to Aldi's because I get maybe none. But you never know when somebody might come. Oh. Last year I was ready and even the 3 down the road didn't come, but maybe they will this year. I go to Aldi's and I buy the Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, yeah.
Because when it's done, if nobody comes, I can eat those.
Sure.
I can eat those. So, yeah. That's my...
So a friend of mine, Phyllis, now she's found the ones that are home style. So they're like bigger pieces of marshmallow. So if you like marshmallow, she loves those.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
I'd stay with the little ones.
Well, these are like this size. I mean, it's a pretty good thing. But it's something that I can eat instead of having the candy bars and then regretting that I ate all those. So I can eat those.
I have the candy bars.
As a little treat.
I have the candy bars. So, anyway. Okay, so I bought, here's those Snickers. You know, they have the ghoulish green ones. So I bought them for my family thinking, this is great. They're ghoulish green. They're green in the center. Frank, my husband, eats one.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Frank. And he'll watch. And he pops it in his mouth, and I didn't even know, And I said, oh, did you like it? Did you notice anything? He goes, no, I popped the whole thing in my mouth. He goes, what'd you buy me? I said, you were supposed to take a bite out of it. He goes, it's fun size. You shove the whole thing in. So anyway, then he had to have another one. I had to tell him it had green in it. Now, my kids all ate, and took a bite out of it and laughed when they saw the green. They thought that was funny, but no, that one, whatever.
Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah, so they're green. So if you want to give some of the kids the Snickers with the green in the middle,
did it taste the same?
It tastes the same. It just has ghoulish green in the middle.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of fun.
Debbie finds all of the fun stuff. You just have to touch into her brain bank, and she knows where everything can be found and all the cool things. So if you need a cool idea for whatever or where to find it, that's for sure.
Comment, ask Debbie below.
Yeah, if you're looking for something, comment below. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I am PJ Knits 1 on Ravelry. Our group is PJ Knits. I am PJ Knits on Instagram, where I'm at a lot of times. Mm-hmm. We are still doing our Saturday night Zoom at 6 o'clock. I was gone last week, and I'm going to be gone this week. but I will be back after that. But Marie, thank you so much for, pinch hitting there and always being there when I'm not. I do appreciate that, so we can continue that Zoom to go.
Yes.
And we've got a nice little group that come on Saturday night from all over the world. Rosie comes from Australia.
Isn't that
And
so cool?
yeah, and it's so fun to talk to her and see what's going on down there, and kind of tap into her brain as well. Things that like, well, what do you have that we don't have?
Oh,
And
sure.
we've talked about everything, about bugs, about weather, about a lot of things. So the Zoom, we talk about knitting, yes, and we knit during it, but we talk about other things too. So we also have Anne from Canada who comes in, and Sarah and Stephanie and Amy and Carol and all kinds of everybody kinds of in and out. So and Kendra as well comes on, and we just have a really good time. Sometimes we have others that join in. So anyway, we'd love to have you come into the Zoom thing. That information's in the PJ Knits group on Ravelry. So until next time, we hope that you're getting some cool yarn mail in as well, and we'll catch you in a few weeks. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.
Bye.